Hello everybody and welcome back to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. Let's get these cards shuffled up and let's see what the energy for this Wednesday is going to be all about, what we want to know, what we want to keep in mind, and what strategies we may want to put into play for our day to be more efficient, more fun, more effective, and more beneficial towards all of us. So let's get these cards laid out. And let's see what card comes up for this Wednesday, shall we? And our last pile. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling this first pile today. Let's see what we get for a card, shall we? And we have the Devil card. So let's talk a bit about this card. Some people get a little intimidated by it, for lack of a better word. But let's talk about it. So the Devil card comes up. Some of the key words you want to keep in mind are secrecy, obsession, cheating, materialism comes up. Along with that, addiction, depression comes up, feeling powerless, feeling hopeless, feeling like being a victim. So there's a lot of untoward words that come up and over this. One thing I always point out about the Devil card, depending upon the deck that I'm using, is people may feel bound to a very specific situation, one that really doesn't serve their higher purpose. But when you look at the bindings holding you in play, as you can see with these chains here, they're loose and it's by choice. Like anything else, you're not bound to any one situation. You can get yourself out of anything that no longer serves your higher purpose or your higher being. So that being said, some of the thoughts that come to mind for me are, it's an illusion. This situation, being bound to this situation, is definitely an illusion. It's also important to remember that we may be addicted to circumstance, right? Drama could be one of the things. Back and forths with people could be another thing. So it's all about us looking at the situation that we might be in and figuring out, A, does it serve a higher purpose? And B, if it doesn't, why are we staying in it? Let's move ourselves away from it. For the shadow aspect of things, as I said, this could be a card that really says that the drama that you're experiencing is something that you put yourself in because you get, for lack of a better way of putting it, a high out of it. It can also be an indicator that you've got some repressed emotions, repressed talents that are not coming forward. And what we repress, we express in another manner. So keep that in mind. It could be about self-hatred, self-loathing, just beating oneself up rather than embracing oneself and accepting the good, the bad, the ugly, and moving forward with whom we actually are and changing the things that we no longer want to be a part of. And like anything else, it's all about extremes, right? When temperance is the card of balance, this card is the card of extremes. So that being said, this is all about extreme behaviors. If you're doing any one thing extreme, this is the card that's telling you, hey, you got to kick back a little bit and you got to stop yourself from actually doing it and put more balance into your life. So this card is all about telling you, look around you, look for any illusions that are actually happening, whether it be people being dishonest with you, whether you being dishonest with yourself. Look at some of the behaviors you're surrounding yourself by, whether they be with you or whether it be with other people involved in your life. Are they acceptable? If they're not acceptable, change your own behaviors and move yourself away from the behaviors that are no longer acceptable to you. And if it's other people's behavior that isn't acceptable, ask yourself, why am I still here? Why am I accepting it? Is this something I'm willing to change? And is this something I'm willing to put the work in to change? And make a plan and move yourself away from things that are no longer serving you. So just remember, as always, be aware of being afraid of doing too much for others and enabling them. Be afraid of doing too much of one thing to yourself and enabling a behavior that turns into a life-changing process. And look at the brighter side of things. You can get out of any situation you're not happy with. You can put yourself in a situation that you're going to be much more happy with by putting out there more balance, more thought, and more self-care. So I do hope you enjoyed this reading for today. I would say Wednesday is a double card type day, and I hope to see you all back again tomorrow for Thursday's reading. Until then, be safe, be well, and as always, be blessed.